Hi, everybody. More blackouts in Venezuela. It's coming from FP Foreign Policy. Venezuela is once again in the throes of a full-blown electricity crisis. Citizens complain of unannounced blackouts or shutting down factories, forcing shopping malls to close early, and otherwise wreaking havoc on already sputtering economy. This is literally almost all the way out of my book, ladies and gentlemen, the Liberty Cycle, Semper Promptus. I'm not kidding you. This crisis is so severe that President Nicolas Maduro has curtailed working hours for government workers. Last week, he even extended the Holy Weekend holiday to reduce power usage. And Venezuela, or Venezuelans, are preparing for even worse news. Many are anxiously monitoring a dwindling water supply of the enormous Guri Dam, or Guri, G-U-R-I Dam, which supplies roughly half the country's electricity. Experts are predicting that as soon as next week, water levels will reach such a low level that the turbines will have to shut down. If that happens, the electricity crisis will turn into a catastrophe. Not to mention the question at hand, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening to the water? Same thing that Nestle did to California, I'm betting. The government and its corporations thereof are basically holding the water back for the elites so they can go underground while the people kill each other above ground. You think I'm kidding? Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually happening. Look, I will show you. Hang on. They're trying to force me to close. Preparing for even worse news. They're monitoring the dwindling water supply of the enormous Guri Dam, which supplies roughly half the country's electricity. And experts are predicting that as soon as next week, the water levels will reach such a low level, the turbines will shut down, basically leading to an electricity crisis turned into a catastrophe. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it is. This is what will be on the agenda for your country. I guarantee it. Hopefully not, but very soon. Remember, they got to practice it in one country, spread it to the region, and then those leaders who took control of that can then contract out to all the other nations and show them how to do it successfully, quote unquote. Telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you need to buy food. I'm talking with a good survival food supply company, Liberty Foods. You need to go on my link and you need to find it. Link can be found at the top of the America 2.0 page. It's Food for Liberty-America. And buy your supplies. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is coming to America, Canada, Germany, Russia, and all other places. Maybe, hopefully, not as bad. Hopefully, we can just put up a bunch of solar panels, sing kumbaya, and let it be. But I guarantee you that is not the case. I mean, there's even rumors going around that military guys in the U.S. are starting to get base orders like they did for like Iraq and stuff like that, and they're getting like training drills, basically like they're going overseas or like they would for a combat mission overseas, and yet they're not going anywhere, and they're going, what's going on? Oh, we're just doing readiness drills. And everybody's going, readiness drills for what? And nobody's saying nothing. Remember, I have like several family members in the military. Not to mention what I hear online. I believe it probably in or around 50%. I almost guarantee you the election is going to be canceled. I almost guarantee you Obama will stay in power. And I almost guarantee you, almost, that this sort of situation here is coming to the United States, Canada, all the major countries. What was his name? David Green a couple of years back, whatever his name is, say south of the equator and or Africa should be safe from this. I mean, that guy was saying it like 5, 8 years ago. Oh yeah, they're bringing it down. Don't worry. Well, why are they? We're not allowed to talk about it. And he was over there prepping. God, I forget whose economy it was for a currency system over there. That was years ago. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. That guy was over there doing that, and he was basically in charge of bringing down the companies in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And then they flipped him, and now he was over as a finance chairman in the United States. And they let him go off of doing that, and he was doing, he was helping them build fractional currencies and private currencies in South America. Because I remember him saying that South America, in at least quote-unquote most of the areas, it's like mainstream America, where you have Walgreens, stuff like that. But depending on the country, the area, and everything else, it's really kind of iffy. But anyways, folks, more blackouts in Venezuela. The water from the Guri Dam is dwindling, which means they're going to have a water crisis and an electricity crisis soon. And this is coming to you sooner or later, folks. I'm telling you, get started on those supplies. Do not wait.